Alrighty, welcome everybody. My name is Mike, and I just want to kind of give you a little walkthrough of my current Horde base, crafting base. I'm just doing a typical playthrough. I'm pretty much a default on everything except I think skill level I bumped up to from basic to adventure. I'm not exactly, I can't remember what those are. It's just one step above the default. And we've got, I'm doing a Horde night tonight, so I do want to rush through this. I'm on a 10k nitrogen generated map, and again right here we're on day 42, so this is where I've got to so far. So this is basically my horde base. I usually start off with a 7x7 base down here and work my way up. This is where I'll start, down on the ground floor here. I'll have my forge and my very first workbench and whatnot, and as we work up, we will start getting our killing corridor here. And then once we kind of got that all completed up, we'll board up the door that we used to have right here and start building our crafting base. And that's what this is over here on this end. I've just been kind of playing around with some different shapes, and I'm kind of liking this one. So right now I've gotten to a point where I've already built a second killing corridor. This thing is designed to be able to have 3 different killing corridors. So you have a lot of redundancy, especially once you start getting into the later day where you're starting to see demos. You have some redundancy, so if a demo decides to blow up on your corridor and takes it to a point where they can no longer path up there, you have 2 other paths to go to. Now, if we ever get to that stage where we do have demos, all of these gaps under here will be filled up all through under here, and it will be reinforced all the way up to steel. We should be able to handle that without any problems. I've already started doing some reinforcing to steel at my game stage. Again, we're at day 42, and right now I'm at game stage 99, and the demo starts showing up at 150. So more than enough time to get this thing totally up to steel, and this includes the front face of this as well as the entire citadel, as I call it, the central area. So this is the first killing corridor I made. I tend to make these relatively simple. I generally do these on flat terrain. This one is a little more on a kind of a slope, so I had to modify a little bit. Normally I would take this straight part out one more level and then spread out, but I was afraid I was going to kind of get a little bit too far apart, so I kind of do my little T intersection. The reason why I do these T intersections is while I'm up there, if the zombies are all lined up in a row coming up this main corridor, I can't tell if there is a cop or a demo coming up. So that's why I put these T intersections at the end, so when they're hopping up here, I can see them from my window up there, and I can either shoot them right away or at least be prepared for them before they get up to my face. This is primarily a melee horde base, and the way this is set up is that I use these vault doors and as a means to turn on or off a corridor. So this particular corridor right now is turned off because this door is open. There's a 2 block gap there. They will not see that as a path. The other corridor over there, the door is closed, so they will see that as a path. And like here, they'll be able to hop up here, and I'll be able to fight them here at the window. Let me go ahead and drop that back down again because I am getting ready for a horde night. So I like to use the lanterns once I get the ability to make those, just to light out the corridor. It keeps them pretty well lit, and I don't have to worry about any kind of glare. This one is my second one that I did, and one I'm going to be using tonight. The front part is basically the same, 4 out, so forth, 4 out. This one's actually 4 out as well. But this one I made it more as a maze. I started off on that one. That was kind of a mistake. Just to get them as many opportunities to hop and fall off as possible. So as they hopped up here, there's a chance of them falling off there. This one, they can hop up here, have a chance of falling off there. We have these obstacles over here, left and right, to basically slow down and space out the hordes, so they're not all coming at me at once. It's a great way to kind of equalize. If you have, right now I just have 10 spawns for the horde night. Default is 8. If you have a high level, you could get a huge swarm of them coming up here all at once. This helps space them out because a bunch of them are going to be falling off, and they're going to have to path back around to get back up and sort of thing. And having this single platform here, basically 1 or 2 at a time could be here, We have this slope back so they can't stack them on top of each other and get above us. And we have this little plate up here at the very top, and that prevents spiders or dogs or even vultures from getting in there. This one I used two bulletproof glass plates. So we got one on this side and one over on the other side. They're just back to back. The one you saw over here, I ended up using ladders. I had been using bars, but with the bars, you can only upgrade those up to iron. With the ladders, you can take those all the way up to steel. So again, same thing. I took ladders, put them back to back, so now I have a much firmer way, and I have a decent view. Let's go ahead and jump on in here. We're getting kind of close to my Horde Night. So again, this is my crafting area. Here to my entrance, if I have this up, it's 3 blocks to get up to the ladder, and even with this down, it's 2 blocks, and they won't see that as a means to get to me. Since I'm getting ready for the Horde Night, I'm going to drop that up. So they won't path up this way. They will always path up whichever one of these paths is active. Right now, this one is active. Actually, both of them are active. So let me go ahead and drop this down to turn this corridor off. If anything goes really, really bad with this one and they can't path up anymore, I will go ahead and lift this one up. This one is faster because there's less chance of them falling off. So if things are getting really, really slow, I might go ahead and pop that up. So again, we have the bulletproof glass on this one. We have the ladders on this one, and I had bars on this one as well. These hatches basically are a stop to allow me to kind of get a perfect distance. They kind of tuck into the little arrow slit here, and if I swing, I've got a perfect chance of hitting them. They can swing at me, but they're very rarely going to actually hit me. They might get little fingertip swipes on me every once in a while, you know, a handful of points, which is really no big deal at all. But I've got a good view of them hopping up. So all these little gaps here with the lighting, they're going to be kind of hopping up right there and hopping up over here. So I'll be able to see if it's a cop or a demo and be able to take them out with a rifle or whatnot before they get too close. Or I just let them get close. Let them work their way around. The spit can't get through any of this. Even this right here, the spit can't get through. So we're fine there. When I first start off on these, I'll do a what I call my vulture box right here, which is a cage up above and a door underneath, a hatch underneath. That way, if I don't have any anti-air, be it a junk turret or a auto shotgun or a SMG turret, I can just hit here and shoot at them with whatever weapon I might have. I usually have at least you're going to have a blunderbuss at that time. I usually try to get something beyond that. This may look vulnerable for vultures, but this block is basically filling this space, so no vultures are going to be able to pass through that. And each one of these has a door that you can again lean up against. If you want to get kind of more excited, you can get in their face and get a little bit closer to them, but you're going to have a greater chance of being hit when that happens. Over here on my crafting side, I do have a little bit of level down. I got my little kitchen, got my drinks, my food, my cooking stuff area, a little bit of water. I've got a couple of chemistry stations. This is kind of my keepers storage thing. I did go into creative mode and grab myself a medical cabinet and a decent door and the stained glass window. I figured we should be able to make those. So I just went ahead and made it, and I just tossed a bunch of stuff that I had laying around just so I can say I had the materials that would make it. So there's my little balcony out the back here. I think it's really nice. Kind of hangs over the hill. Yeah, it's very, very nice here. Got 3 cement mixers, 3 forges. I was able to get the crucible this playthrough, I believe, before my day 21 Blood Moon Hoard. And here we have 2 of our workbenches and just our typical storage mods, all that sort of stuff. I keep all my ammo making stuff. I keep my main ammunition supply down here, and then I have my loadout right here, which I'm already set up for my Horde Night. And these are my normal tools and weapons that I would take out during the day. Check my time, make sure I'm good to go. Up here on the roof, I have 2 shotgun turrets, one facing over my fighting area and another one over here pointing over my garden. I found out that the vultures that vomit can actually destroy your garden, so I decided I'd go ahead and protect this one with a shotgun turret. I may switch this one over to an SMG later on, but this is working just fine. This is the Vulture Cage I was telling you about earlier. This is what I start off with before I get any kind of anti-air type system. and it works really well. Usually I'll just have it as wood. All this is going to be wood at the very first Horde night, and it holds up pretty well. Yeah, so again, this is set up for 3 different killing corridors. If a demo blows up right at the front door here, if I get all the way to the back, I am outside the blast radius, so you can survive it. If you accidentally hit the button, you can back all the way out or even run in. And we're about ready to start here, so let me actually turn on everything here. Get you turned on like that. Turn on this so our turrets are running. Let's see, I should have everything ready. Let me go ahead and get some coffee and some meat in me, just so we have a little bit of stamina there. And I've got all my repair stuff and whatnot all here ready. So I think, let's see, we're going over this one. So here we go. You can see them. I'll close just so you can kind of see how long it takes for them to work their way over here. A lot of jumping and hopping and falling and whatnot. So a lot of them are going to be falling off, so they're going to have to work their way around again. So there's 2 different paths that they can go through until they get to the center here where they're going to be consolidated. And it's really helps space them out and slows everything down. And again, I tend to use this mostly for a melee base. If things get really heavy, I've got plenty of weapons to take care of, but I prefer to do the melee as much as I can. If things get really thick, I'll go ahead and pull out the shotgun. I tend to use the shotgun more for Horde nights than when I'm out on the world doing my quests. So yeah, this is basically how it's working. You see how they're really well spread out. Again, I've got the 10 spawns for the Horde night, and it takes them quite a while to kind of work their way through here. So I got plenty of time for my stamina to build up. Now I'm going to be getting less kills, and I'm just going to use my pistol on the dogs. See, the dogs will stick their heads through here. These spider zombies will stick pretty much half their body through here, and you can either shoot them or you can drop this down and just whack on their heads like there. It makes it very easy. If you use a solid block, if a spider comes up there, you just can't even see them to even shoot them. That's why I started using these arrow slits that are back to back, and it really helps with. And I just use the pistol for these puppy dogs here. I've got plenty of 9mm, so I just use the pistols for the spiders and the dogs. Yeah, you see, dogs have a really hard time with this path. They have a hard time turning and jumping at the same time. So you see how much this is really spacing them out and slowing them down. It does a really good job on making things relatively easy and more survivable. Now, if you hit these dogs from here, if you get it just right, you can send them flying. You have to kind of skim your club right along the top of this where these 2 go, and you can fling them all the way off the edge of that lower level there. It's kind of hard to do though. Take some timing. Yeah, otherwise you're just going to do that. Let me just go ahead and slaughter you up so I... No. I'm going to slaughter you, get you out of the way. Can I get you guys? Yeah. Alright, I see you. Grab my knife, you. Like I said, you can jump front and back here if you want to have a little more excitement. You are in more danger this way, but that might be more fun for you. Get your timing right, but you have to watch the overhead swing because you will hit your roof. Like so, but I tend to like play it safe here and just sit myself behind my area here. This will also help you because the spider zombies can stick half their body through. This kind of helps you. They can still swing at your legs, so it helps you kind of protect your legs as well. And we're doing really well here. We're almost at 11:30 at night, and it's going nicely. I haven't heard any vultures yet. I left these as bars just so I can look up. I'm not too worried about vultures vomiting on it. The bars will stop the vomit from getting into you, as well as all this stuff will keep vomit from actually getting inside to you. I think I'm going to go ahead and take out this bulletproof glass on this one and just put plates on both sides here. That prevents anything from getting in, and I don't get any obstruction of my visuals. These bulletproof glasses are all ugly looking. They got all these smears on them. They look pretty crappy. So I think I'm just going to take those out and just fill these in with these same plates like that, or with the bars. I mean, this is fine. I think just with the a steel plate up there, I'll be just as safe as with that one. It's still going to stop any vomit coming up here from. Oops, yeah. See, they can reach in a little bit. He only did a few points on me, so again, it's not bad at all. And I really wasn't paying much attention either. Usually I try to anticipate them taking a swing so I can hit them beforehand. Now, say for instance I wanted to switch from this path to another one. Let's go ahead and take you out. What I want to do is lift this one up first, so I have a new path. Let it sit there for a while. I'll clear this one off if I can. If I can drop the door down. I guess I can't until these guys disappear. That's one thing that's kind of sucks about this. It's hard to drop these down. Yeah, well, let's bring that back down. Till these dogs get out of there, I can't drop the door down. That is a problem. If you use an electric door, you could do it remotely, but the problem with that one is if you accidentally click on it E, you could accidentally pick it up, and you lose your path entirely. I'm just waiting for this dog to despawn, if it will at all. I miss. Yeah. Yeah, dogs are a problem for this. Can I do it from there? There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and close. I wanted to open this one or close this one first. So there's going to be some that are going to be attacking the base here, because it takes them sometimes for them to switch paths. But we already got some guys already pathing over here. You can see over here, they're no longer coming this way. I got some of them that may be attacking some of the pillars down there, but that's fine. So this one will go. Oh, hello. This one will go a little bit faster because it is more straightforward. There's less twists and turns. And yeah, let's go ahead and do this. This is actually the first time I've actually fought this using the ladders as my bars. It seems to look nice. I don't, like I said, I don't have as good of a view here from this one with this back up here because I did make it a lot shorter than I had wanted it to. Okay, looks like we have a cop coming up here. That is good. So we should hopefully see him, unless that is a vulture that's shooting at us. That may be a cop. Oh, that was a vulture. Yeah, we got, yeah, you see them up there getting shot at. Looked like it might have been a cop because it was coming in from low. So again, if I wanted to switch back over to this one, we'll go ahead and drop that up first, or bring that one up first. We'll kind of clear this. Actually, all I have to do is drop that down. They're gonna fall through, and they're gonna all start pathing over here again. You might get some that start pounding on the base of the base, but again, it's pretty solid. They've all pretty much already pathed over here. Now over here underneath, this is where I started off first. I've got a mine shaft going down there. This will all end up being double layer of reinforced concrete on the inside. So it's going to be 3 layers that they're going to have to work their way through. You can hear that some zombies that are still stuck down there hitting on stuff. Again, it's not a big deal. They're not actually trying to get to you or try to break anything down. They're just, you know, they kind of aggro, and it takes a while for them for their new path to come up. Let's see, this works exceedingly well. Again, this is the slower path. This is definitely good when you start getting really huge horde nights. You know, you're not going to be getting as much XP because it is going to be spreading, thinning out the zombies. As you know, there has to be a certain amount of zombies that are killed before a new batch of spawns will come in. So this will, you know, less XP, but better survivability. All depends on how you want to play the game. Alright, so we got a big squad in here. Let's just use our shotgun just to kind of clear that out. Let me go ahead and take a look at this bag here. Hello. No, there we go. Yeah, a little bit of money. I haven't heard a lot of bags drop this time around. Yeah, loot from Horde Knights really has sucked lately. They're just not as great as they used to be. So you can get like 2 or 3 up here, sometimes 4. It'll get busy. But they're all right in front of you, so you don't have to worry about anybody coming up on your side. And again, I don't have to worry about anybody coming up this way. I've got the 3-block gap over there, so I don't have to worry about them trying to come up on me. So this is great base to have as both your crafting and as your horde base, because if I'm over here working in my crafting base and a wandering horde comes by, they're going to come up one of these killing corridors, so I don't have to worry about them sneaking up on me or breaking into anything. They're always going to come where I want them. Here we got a vulture showing up here. You were going to shoot at me, but you should get shot at here pretty soon. There we go. Took care of you. Hello. There we go. I can do it myself. So like I said, if I don't have any anti-air, I can always do it myself. Yeah, because they're always going to be flying as much right above you as possible. Let's take a look and see how much damage we get. This one block here is the one that gets the most damage. And for another reason, I may not have enough steel. Let's just wait for this to... Yeah, this first block is up to reinforced steel. Let's get you guys through here. I'll see if what's going on. I'm pretty sure I grabbed some steel. Oh, I didn't grab any steel. Okay. Could have sworn I got some. So I can literally just walk away, go over here. Let's see, I got some steel over here. Yeah, we'll just grab that. Hop on up here. Hey, it's still waiting for me. Take care of you guys, and now I can do whatever repairs I need to do on anything. I have to be careful with that steel because I don't want to have everything upgraded to steel. I'll just go ahead and leave you in here for now. This is holding up quite well. Again, it's steel, so it's actually got to break down all the way to reinforced concrete before it even breaks down after that, so it's pretty solid. We're just after 2 a.m. and we're doing this fine. Again, I'm kind of not really paying that much attention. I'm sitting here trying to talk you through this whole thing. And again, it's going really well. I mean, look at, you see how well they're getting spread out there. It's slowing them down. They're not all rushing me all at once, and I got plenty of time. And once they land up here on this last door here, as soon as they start moving, that's a signal that I can swing at them. Because then they'll be in range. I did that one a little bit too soon because he hadn't moved yet. Ouch. Yeah, she got a little finger in there. Let's go ahead and throw a bandage. I rarely have to do any bandages. I had some learning elixir here that I should be using. Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab some of that. We'll slug one of those down. Let's get some more coffee. My stamina and strength have been holding up fairly well. I don't really have to worry about that. Oops. I'm maxed out on my, I believe I'm maxed out on my stamina. Let's go ahead and look at this. Over here in strength. Pummel Pete, yeah, we're maxed out on the Shex Rack, so stamina is not an issue anymore. I always like to have some coffee on hand. Hi guys, shoot him. There we go. Hi guys. So he moves, I hit. Yeah, once they jump up there, as soon as they start moving forward, I can swing my club and it'll connect with them. Depending on the zombies, some of them are a little bit slower. I think the big mama is a little bit slower. I might wait a little bit longer, and I usually tend to use the shotgun with the big mamas as well, simply because they are pretty hard to hit. Edgar, the tank top guy, he's a little bit slower as well, but usually again, once he starts moving, once he's up here, I can go ahead and swing. I have hardly used any ammunition at all in this. It's all just melee. Now, if you're doing multiplayer, you could have a corridor for each person, up to 3 people. Steps up. Yeah, he slid off there. She steps forward, hit. Swings forward, step. Yeah, you see how nicely there? And I can see them as they're hopping up there. So if there's a cop that pops over there, or over here, or a demo, I have a chance to actually be able to take them out with whatever weapon I have. I need to get a scope on my my AK here. I mostly keep my scope on my my crossbow and on my marksman rifles. I like to have one on my primary assault weapon, but I just don't have one right now. I can make 4x scopes. I think I just got the schematic for the 2x scope as well. What are you doing? See, sometimes I don't know why that guy was pounding on that. Every once in a while, just like anybody else, you have some zombies that just kind of tweak out and don't do what they were supposed to. And that's loud. I think you're right in my ear. Yeah, everything's going really nice. Nice and slow, nice and calm. The lighting is really good. I can see all of them really well. Now, my day 7 horde, I didn't actually use this. I was actually in another town, but it was a real tiny town that my trader was in. So I decided after my first Blood Moon Hoard to move over here, and I had already found a trader over here, or I can't remember. Maybe it was no. I didn't complete enough quests for him to send me over here. I went over here anyway as part of a quest, and I found it was a bigger town, so I just went ahead and started searching around until I found another trader. And after my first Blood Moon Hoard, I went ahead and moved over here. So I built this with the first path over here before my second Blood Moon Hoard. Yep, you missed it. All right, and that is the end of our thing. I'll probably just jump on down there and take care of the rest of them because it's going to go too slow for me. I still got all this stuff in here. Let's go ahead and hop on down here. I don't think we got anybody overly dangerous. Nothing more. Yeah, we didn't get hardly any bags at all. That's pretty disappointing. All right, take care of you. Oh, you are a little bit of. I'm messing up all over the place. All right, come on. Let's go over here. Play your ring around the rose. Yeah, well, I think my second Blood Moon Hoard I had more than this. I had like 20 bags. This is really disappointing. Oops, easy there. Getting a little cocky. There we go. And that is that. So yeah, that was my day 42 Blood Moon Hoard. And what? I only got 3 bags? That is pathetic. Holy cow. Like I said, I don't know if it was my second or third. I got probably maybe 20. This is what I would expect for a first Blood Moon Hoard. That's really, really sucky. Well, let's put our lucky looters on. I'm not expecting anything exciting here. Ooh, we got some ammunition and some gear. A tier 2 steel shovel. Well, I've already got a tier 4 or 5. Thank you very much. At least we got a treasure map. Okay, yeah, the treasure wasn't all that great, but that was a pretty good horde. Everything worked as well to plan as possible. Again, this is just the 2 corridors, and I show you how I was able to switch between one and the other. And then we'll be doing the same thing over on this side with another corridor. It'll probably be very similar to that corridor on that side, just with more variation. And these tend to be fairly random when I put them together, except for like the first couple sections coming away from the Citadel Tower. But all the stuff down here tends to be random. I do try to get it so I can. I'll do it in wood frames before I do anything else, just to check my visuals and make sure I can see relatively well. And these little bumps right here. Again, it really helps them. Anytime they have to jump, they have to stop and jump and stop again and then move. The only time they will continue moving after a jump is if it's a downed jump. So say for instance this one right here, they might just go immediately to try to go onto that one, but that's going to cause them to fall off. So again, all these little hot places, I need to take that one out of there because that was a mistake when I first started building this. So I actually have 2 steps on these things, just in case we have some damage on any of them. They tend to not attack these. The only damages these really get are the step ones, either these ones or like that, and that's really more from dogs nuzzling up against it because, you know, they're only 1 block high. Their head kind of sticks up here, and sometimes they will attack the blocks as they're working their way forward. The only other damage that occurs is pretty much from me when I'm shooting. So if I got a bunch of them down here and I'm using shotgun, these can get damaged along this part. Or again, if a demo blows up, cops don't tend to really do much damage to these. The cops can take out my lanterns, but they don't really do much physical damage to blocks anymore. They used to be pretty destructive, but now they just do more damage to flesh as opposed to hard objects. So again, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, this is my my latest Blood Moon Hoard base. It's really functional. I don't know if it's something that you would try to use, you know, kind of these insane, you know, max out hordes and maximum speeds. I did have everybody on nightmare speed on this. I only have 10 spawns and you can go up to what, 72. I've never tried this at that level. I think maybe when I get tired of this one, I may just go ahead and do that. I know Jawoodle does that a lot with his playthroughs. He gets to a certain stage, it's like, okay, I'm done with this playthrough. Let's take it to, you know, day 7,000, max everything, and see how the base holds up. I think this ought to do fairly well. I never had really a problem. Again, once we start seeing the demos, all these empty areas will be filled in with solid steel, just like these are. That way, if a demo does blow up, they may take out one of these blocks, but the block underneath it will still be there, so they should still be able to hop up and up down, unless it's like maybe this block, and that would mean there would be 2 blocks to be able to jump up. But again, I've got 3 separate corridors, so if one fails, I can always get them to come to another one. So yeah, that is my base. I hope you all enjoy it, and hope to see you again soon. Take care.